everybody, it's Corrie Sommers, and today with my local interviews, we are meeting with, oh my gosh, it's Ram Prakash, and we're going to talk about her skincare business and some wonderful tips for you for looking your best and keeping your skin as healthiest. So stay tuned. Ram Prakash, I want to thank you for letting me stop by this morning and talking with you. And I just kind of want to jump right in and share with everybody your business, what you do here, how, kind of the full spectrum, because you do a variety of things,
yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm like a full service gas station or something. Human station. Maybe a human station, yeah. So I do facials, I do body, you probably know because of that butt facial. Then I also work with someone that does lashes, and it's a nice rounded place,
Okay. Well, how did you get started in the skincare business and working on skin?
Well, my mother, she is an herbalist, and my mom is part of the Edgar Casey group, if you know who they are. They believe in metaphysical stuff, so they're very healing, the touch arts. So I was always touching and healing my grandparents. And then my mom, when I was 15, I couldn't use any beauty products that were out in the public. So she bought me a book, Kitchen Cosmetics. So I started making my own cosmetics, and then in 1976, I became a facialist. At the first place I worked, they needed a facialist, someone that did manicure, pedicures, helped with the hair because they had one hairdresser. So it was a little mom and pop shop. And that's how I started. And then when they closed, I moved to Anaheim Hills, and I kind of was known for teenage acne boys.
Really?
Yeah. And then I got married, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and I was known as the facelift person. Then I had a baby, and then when I came back again to work, I worked with Dr. Lancer for a while. And then I just do what I do, kind of fix everything, and if I don't know something, I'll tell you.
That's pretty amazing. Talk about the facelift facials for a minute. Do you still do those, and what exactly is that?
Yes. Well, once you have something under your turban, you always have it under your turban. Basically, it's microcurrents. Microcurrent kind of lifts and firms the skin. It's not the same as the lasers. It's not the same as radio wave, radio frequency that everyone's doing now. So it's a microcurrent. And microcurrent is kind of what your natural body essence is. So unfortunately, nothing ever really lasts. It's whatever you do, it's always accumulative. You have to keep doing it. And that's why people are doing deeper massaging or going back to the old ways, because they don't always want to do Botox anymore. Right. They don't want to do lasers all the time. They don't want to do chemical peels all the time. They don't want to do microneedling, all those things. So I kind of do everything. I don't do lasers, but almost everything else.
So in this, I'm just going to ask you, because I'm even really curious, because I've worked with an esthetician, and I think she's really helped to clear up my skin a lot.
You have pretty skin.
Thank you. And as I've gotten older, my skin has gone through phases and changes.
Exactly.
Where I've had more breakouts, and now I'm seeing different kinds of things. I'm like, what's this? So do you tend to recommend your clients switch it up between like a peel and some of these other treatments? Or?
Well, I always, every time you come see me, even if I've seen you for years, I will recommend something. You'll come in and complain about something, so I fix that. Okay. So yes, you have to keep changing the routine. It can't be the same thing over and over, because yes, we all change. Yeah. The humans change. Every 5 years, your body goes through a new thing. Every 10 years, every 11 years, your consciousness, everything changes. So I treat your body and your mind and your heart, because to me, those play an important role in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide to settle your business here? Was there what factors were involved in that?
When I moved to Los Angeles from Orange County, I'd always worked in Beverly Hills, so it's just easier for people that know me and it's close to where I live. If I wanted to, I could walk to work.
That's pretty awesome and hard to find in Los
exactly.
Angeles. And it's funny you mentioned Anaheim Hills. I've lived in Anaheim before too.
Oh,
yeah.
Orange County girl.
Yeah, Orange County, LA, all over.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I noticed you're very active, or your social media account seems very active. Is it you that's doing the posts, or do you have someone working on it?
Remember, I'm 62. I don't get it. So I hired someone. She's amazing. She's an artist. She's young. She thinks outside the box. I love her. Yeah.
No, she's doing a great job, because that's
Thank
actually
you.
how I came across you too. I was like, oh wow, I need to check this out.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. And she is for hire.
Well, I'll have to get her information so we can share that with people.
Okay.
What are some of the treatments here that are most popular? You mentioned the booty.
Oh, yeah, the butt facial in the summer. I believe everyone should have a butt facial at least once. That's popular in the summer. Mainly anti-aging in this town and pigment. People are like obsessed about their pigment, their anti-aging, and just looking the best they can look. Yeah. And then acne is a big thing too.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody, it's all levels. You can't say it's just one thing.
Yeah. It's kind of, I don't want to say interesting, but my grandmother had very, very beautiful skin. She was French Canadian and American Indian, and just like peachy skin up till she died. And my mother used to tell me how her aunts, my grandmother's sisters, they all had this beautiful skin. And when I was 16, my grandmother took me to a facial. And she's like, you have to get this every month. And I was like, yeah, okay. But as I got older, I was like, well, she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah. And some of my clients, all I do is lymphatic massage. I don't do like the extractions or anything. I cater to everybody's needs, you know, because some people just want that massaging that's going to keep your skin firm and youthful looking. And that's what your grandmother did, because back then, they did more European facials. And if you're from Canada, absolutely. That French Canadian, it's all about the massage. Yeah.
Well, they were an interesting bunch. Like, they never left the house without lipstick on. And,
yeah, well, that was the time.
So you actually, with lymphatic massage, I'm assuming you're talking about the face, or do you also do full body lymphatic massage?
I don't do full body.
No?
I just do from the chest upward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is like the best regimen you can recommend to people? Like, as far as like, if they're at home, what should people be doing on a daily basis, outside of coming in and seeing you every month?
No, I know what you're asking.
So tell me, like, what are what do you recommend to your clients as far as their own home routine that they're going to do on a daily basis? Of course, outside of coming to see you once a month for, you know, that deep dive in their skin or preventative or healing.
Right. The biggest thing to me is water, sunblock, and your diet.
Interesting.
Then the second biggest thing to me is cleaning your face properly. So I recommend people to use olive oil. Yes, even if you have acne.
Really?
And you use it to remove your makeup. Then you take a warm microfiber towel to wipe that all off. Then you do it again. You do it until there's no makeup left on your skin. After you do the oil, then you do your polish or your cleanser. And then your evening routine, whatever the doctor or whatever your facialist or whoever gave it to you. But I always recommend olive oil first.
Really?
Yes.
Olive oil.
Just to take off your makeup. I don't really wear makeup, but I still do the olive oil. I've done that since I was 15. I don't really do anything with my face per se. And people are always like amazed by my age and my texture of my skin.
Yeah.
And it's not Dove soap, it's olive oil.
So I want to make sure I'm trying to visualize how you would use olive oil. So would you use it like on a little cotton pad? What do you do?
So what do, you take a little and put it in the palm of your hand, and then you take your fingertips and you rub it, and then you rub it all over. Now, if you're wearing makeup, you don't want to rub for a long time because then you're pushing the makeup into the skin.
Okay.
So the best is to rub And then you take a warm microfiber washcloth, you wipe it off, and you do that a few times until there's no makeup. Also, when you're cleaning your face, it's very important to make faces.
Oh.
And stretching, and don't forgetting this area, and right here by the side of the ear. I find a lot of blackheads here.
Yeah, okay, so I'm kind of like in amazement right now. My sister some years ago started using that Clarisonic brush, and she was so thrilled with it, and she's like, oh, you gotta try it. And so I started using it, and I'll admit sometimes I give it a break because I feel like it starts to, I don't know if I'm using the right word, but it almost feels like it's stripping my skin a little too much, like it's getting almost too clean. So I give it a little bit of a break, and then I go back to it. But wow, I've never heard olive oil quite like that. Not just for cooking.
Yeah.
All right.
So the most people ask me, which olive oil? Well, I like Bragg's olive oil.
Yeah, I use their apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, everyone uses their apple cider vinegar. My mother I grew up with Bragg's. I met Patricia.
Really?
Yeah, she's a very nice lady. And I really I recommend her olive oil because it's the only olive oil I've ever tasted that tastes like olive oil. Really? You know, that kind of peppery antibiotic taste.
Huh.
Olive oil is antiviral, anti everything. I mean, it's amazing. It's very healing.
Huh.
And olive oil has squalene. Squalene is one of the known things that gets rid of lines and helps the skin firm.
Really?
They used to use whales, but now they use olive oil.
Okay, so everybody that's worried about lines and thinking about Botox, start using olive oil.
Well, Botox is a different thing because the reason you have lines here is because you're always doing that. And so what happens is this muscle becomes, what's that word? I don't want to use stagnant, but...
frozen in place?
Yeah, kind of frozen. It's like a muscle that cramps up because it's used all the time like that. Okay. So if you're cleaning your face, remember I said clean about 3 or 4 times with olive oil. And then when all the makeup's gone, then you massage your face. I massage really hard because I have a line here that I just have to massage to get the tension out of my body. So when you get the tension out of your body, your face relaxes. And that's why when you come in for a massage, like lymphatic and using the rollers, the jade rollers or any of that, it helps with the tension and your face relaxing.
I never knew any of that. Wow.
Yeah.
So you just get in there, like wherever you've got some stuff, you just...
No, I rub really hard.
Okay.
You know, I rub the muscle until it relaxes, just like you have a calf.
All right.
A calf muscle that's, spasmed. So you've spasmed this muscle and there's tension. Also, people that are losing their upper lip, if you massage really hard in here, I mean, not so hard you're going to bruise yourself. I mean, be aware of your body. But where you feel the tension and you remove it, this upper lip will go back up.
Oh my gosh, that's something people need to know.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, like closer to your nose. First,
right
like
there?
go right in here. Look at me. Right in here. And then up into that bone.
Oh, okay.
And if you're...
So doing this to get the upper lip going. And you have something else to kind of help with that too, right?
Yeah, I have a microdermabrasion machine, Silk Peel, IndyMed. They're called all kinds of things. But when you do... the microdermabrasion on the lip, I have an eye and lip treatment for that. It will plump this lip maybe 50-20% depending on the individual. Okay. And it will make the lip look bigger for about 3-4 days. So a lot of women want their lips to look bigger like for an event but don't want to get injections. Right. So they come and they do that. And the lady I have in my video, that's Issa. Issa's my,
your social media girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Yeah, my social media girl.
Okay.
Issa Murphy.
This is some great tips. I want to thank you for really sharing that. Is there anything else people should know or something that, like age related that they should come in for or start looking at?
Oh, well, that's, because everyone's an individual.
So is there anything in particular that you would recommend to people, especially if they're not currently seeing an esthetician on a monthly basis? And is there like a certain age that people need to take a deeper look at their skin or something like that?
Well, when you're in your 20s, you usually recover from anything. You can abuse yourself amazingly. When you're in your 30s, they notice things. Mm-hmm. When you're in your 40s, you definitely do. Yeah. But the biggest thing is sunblock and water and vegetables.
Okay. That's
kind of really...
Where's that?
Yeah, because if you're taking care of yourself, you're healthy, you don't really, you don't need me.
Okay. Well, I'm sure everybody needs you. What are some of the things that your customers say that they like the most with you?
The olive oil.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're all shocked by I had no idea. Oh my God, my face looks so much better. And it's hard for people that have acne to do that. Yeah. And yes, the oil does soften things. It does bring it up. That's why I have you use microfiber towels, because there's little tiny fibers that get in and get those blackheads out and helps everything calm down. Now, if you have something going on internal, like cystic ovaries, or you're a teenager going through the change, these things are going to be hard to fix. You can't fix them. Sometimes you have to do Accutane.
I almost did that, but I didn't.
But a lot of times, if you can change your diet, if your parents don't have a bad hereditary acne, then you can fix that. I have fixed people that way. But sometimes you have to do the Accutane. Now, let me tell you an interesting story about Accutane.
Please.
I had a client. She is a well-known singer, and she went to Switzerland, and she talked to 4 doctors, because in Switzerland, that's where Accutane was made.
I didn't know that.
And they do not prescribe over 10%. They only have you take 10%, and they have you take it for a year. And once that year's done, 99% of the people don't have a problem anymore.
That's very interesting. Like, I had a lot of trouble with my skin, like my junior high years, and I swam, and I didn't take Accutane. They didn't put me on that, but I did use the gel retinol.
Yes.
Which I was on the swimming. Yeah. So in the first time that I was using it, my skin got really burnt.
Yeah.
And I then was like addicted to sunscreen, and it took probably a good 2 or 3 years for my skin on my face to not be so sensitive. And do you have any new treatments that you're planning to bring to your business, or anything like that coming up that people can be looking forward to?
Well, the new treatments are you, because it's individual.
Okay.
So everyone I treat as an individual. I don't try to do what I did on Mary before you. I look at you.
Okay.
I truly look at you.
All right. Now, since we're in summer, and summer is like, we're really in the peak of summer, is there anything that you would recommend people to come in, like in July or August, just like as a deep dive, just kind of to get them ready for the fall?
I recommend hydration. I have a lot of sunburns that come in because they don't,
protect, like we were just talking.
Yeah. Yeah, because, retinol is vitamin A also. Yeah. They discovered vitamin A. That's what Accutane is. So you do it internal or topical, it doesn't matter. But mainly I just have people coming in for hydration and wanting to look good in a bathing suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I really want to thank you again for taking the time to talk with me. We're going to have all of her information below if you want to schedule an appointment. She has years of experience and great tips to give you here in Beverly Hills. So everything will be right down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give us your comments. If you have any questions, I'll get them to her and we'll get those questions answered. And be sure to like the video.